Greetings and salutations. Thank y'all for clicking. So today I am starting the process of creating my very own menstrual cramp tea for heavy periods. And so just kind of recording the process here. So this is my first attempt. So the herbs that I have here that I'm using is red raspberry leaf, peppermint leaves, and German chamomile flowers. I also have a couple other ones in here as well, but I won't mention those because the point of this is to create my own healing line eventually, later next year. So I am starting the process of that now. So I'll go ahead and pause the video so that I can discuss those herbs and their benefits. All right, so I'll go ahead and start with the peppermint leaves. So peppermint itself is an amazing herb. I think all herbs are amazing, so you'll hear me say that a lot. But it's anti-inflammatory, it's soothing. It also helps reduce bloating and just other gastro symptoms that we have when we're on our cycle. And some of those symptoms are going to be when we're on our cycles and we're nauseous, or we have like really bad diarrhea, when we're on our cycles. So peppermint is going to be awesome in contributing to those things. So red raspberry leaf, this one is a really great herb to use for those of us that have a heavy cycle, which I do. I have a heavy flow always. It's always been like that. Anybody that has a heavy flow, that's not fun. So red raspberry leaf is pretty much going to be like the number one when it comes to that. Aside from like dong qi, which is a Chinese herb for menstrual cramps as well. But red raspberry leaf is definitely a number one go-to for heavy blood flow. And so red raspberry leaf, some of the benefits that it does have a lot of phytochemicals, which helps like balance our hormones when we're on our cycles. And then this one too, since we those that have a heavy flow, when you are losing a lot of blood, this helps because it has a high level of iron, and it is good to drink and take when you are on your cycle, and just include that daily intake because we are losing a lot of blood. So red raspberry leaf is also going to be another great herb, which is why I added that in. The last one I'll go over here is the German chamomile flowers. This one smells amazing and is also a great herb as well. So this one, it actually acts on like brain receptors, and it causes a relaxing and soothing effect. So this is good because, a lot of times we go through so many emotions when we're on our cycle. And so this kind of helps with anxiety. It helps with and stress that we have and we experience during our menstrual cycle. This one's also important because this one also relaxes the uterine muscles, and that's the part that causes that menstrual pain because we're contracting. So our uterine walls are contracting, which is what's causing that menstrual pain, when we're on our cycles. So each of these herbs play a very vital role to the blend, which is why I chose them. And the number one common factor that they all have in common, which is going to be the most vital, is that they each all contain analgesics, and that's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So you might hear also as NSAIDs, and so those would be your muscle relaxers, which are those are muscle relaxers similar to ibuprofen or naproxen. But the thing is, with these herbs, they're only going to contain the natural chemicals and ingredients that they have inside, nothing added or extra inside of it. And the analgesics is important because it helps reduce his cramps by pretty much inhibiting the productions of prostaglandins. And prostaglandins, so they're hormones that trigger uterus contractions, which causes pain during cramps. So because all of these herbs have that common factor of analgesics, that's what's going to be the important factor here, because we want to calm the uterus from contracting and pretty much minimize that pain. So I'll go ahead and speed the video back up. Alright, so this is how it looks after I let it steep for about 15 minutes. I did add a honey and a cinnamon stick in there to help with the flavor, although I probably really didn't need it because spearmint and I put peppermint in it. And that honestly just tastes like mint gum. So I'm sure the tea didn't need it. It was already a decent flavor. But this is how it looks. And okay, I'm finna go and try it now because I'm actually cramping and my stomach do hurt. So, all right, stay tuned.